Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see how the connection is doing today. I had some Wi-Fi problems for the last half hour. I hope everything is working. Would love a reply if everything is working. All right. Hello, Jack of all trades, Hungarian ant keeper, Downspan, Grandpapa M. Hello, Jens and Central, Ebola, and Guy. What's up, people? How is everybody doing? It's the Ant Guy. Hey, CC. You got Fedoli. It's always nice. Jinsis? How was your holiday? Very, very, very warm. It was bananas warm. The first 2 weeks, it was above 35 degrees during the day. Yeah, somewhere like 3/4 down in France. Doing some legal work to get the ant selling company up and running. Ah, cool. Why is everything so dark? That's better. Can you shoot a Fuscas? Yes. The elephant in the room. How did mom do? What should I say? Now, to be honest, better than expected. Does it mean that we are home free, that there's no damage? No. But it went better than last year. So that's good. So, the cigar factory. Well, for your mind that in my channel I added a fellow innkeeper part, and there's your channel there, if you don't mind, autocorrect. I don't understand what you're saying. I added the fellow innkeeper part, and there's your channel. Sorry. I don't understand what you're saying. How many orders did you get today? A few. It's not the place to talk about amounts of orders and stuff. And Scotland. That's a new name. Welcome. Hello, GL. So, yeah, this is our Neo Panera Velosa, our bullet ants, Texas bullet ants. And we also call them the Merchants of Death, but also our cigar factory. And the question always is, do we have cigars? Yes, we have some cigars. So, let's put these girls in the background for a little bit. And And I'll grab something else. In the home part of your YouTube page, I created a section with another ant keeper and their channels, and yours is there too. In the home part of YouTube. But sure, the more views, the better. So let's see. Somebody asked for the Fuscas. So, I have to do quite a lot of cleaning today. Also, I found out that a few of my setups have grain mites, including this one. So, our Formica fusca. They are expanding still. Still think I put them in too big of a setup. Hello, Koa. As I said, most of the ants are doing well. Well, I can. Grain mites are mites that are not directly harmful for ants, but they do go for the food of the ants. So it's not a good sign when you have them. I completely forgot to grab my box of bed runners. And I was happy with that because I'm almost out. So I just ordered a ton of them again. And I'm gonna clean out this box and then completely clean it. And then when I get the new order, just to make sure that the mites are gone. Home long, or is this the first day? We arrived Friday late, 11:30. So we went straight to bed. Then yesterday was a whole day of unpacking because we have our own caravan. And today was washing and other stuff, and then getting especially getting the kids ready for school tomorrow. So tomorrow is my first day off again. With I'm going to be busy for a few days with all the orders. Did one colony die? Yes. One colony died. Sadly. I kind of expected it, but still it's always sad when it happens. So, yeah. Let's start with the bad news so we can go continue with the good news. So the sad news is, one of the most expensive colonies that we had has died You can see the queen is still in the back. It is our Atta Texana. The queen did not make it. Right before I went on my holiday, the fungus was shrinking again. So I gave it all the donor fungus that I had, and hoped for the best. And my mom really took good care of her with leaves and everything, but yeah, they just didn't make it, sadly. So yeah, I already talked to Ilias. Yeah, he's not getting any Taxana anymore soon. So for now, this is the end of our Ada Texana adventure. I'll show the Lundys in a bit. The Lundys, the fungus has shrunk, but it's already growing again, so that's good. Yeah, I know Mexicana do better, but we still have the Lundy. And at the moment, I just need to, I have some other plans. Let's just put it like that. I'm going to change my whole end room. So it's going to be a little bit different. Well, you guys and girls know the drill. If you want to see something, let me know. Else, I'm going to grab them in random order. As I said before, I need to do quite a bit of maintenance because my mom took care of the ants, but she didn't do the maintenance. I said that would not be necessary. So yeah, the swarm, the irritants. Okay. Of course, you guys are jumping back and forth through the whole vivarium to make it easy on me. So, first, let's look at these girls. Guess the species, guys. Let's do a little guess the species, I guess. Penance for that. Okay, my English is failing on me. What does that mean? Flavus. Yes, CC, very well. So this is our largest Flavus colony. It is a 2-queen colony, and they've been kind of stable like this for a long while. I am going to change one of the water tubes. I gave all the colonies extra water tubes before I went away, so that my mom didn't have to do that. And yeah, some of them are a bit... oh, that's the price you pay. Yeah, that's true. So that my mom didn't have to change too many tubes. You're going to see a couple of double tubes, especially later on. I'll show you some fun stuff. But, yeah. To be honest, guys, I told you guys before, but this is one of my favorite colonies. They're just so chill. Ah, thanks, Martin. Hi, what do you think of me giving my mess of barbers of 15 workers and 1 queen a heat mat, which is 25 degrees? I know barbs would love that. Just watch out with heat mats. that you give them space. Don't put the whole setup on the heat mat, just like half or like a corner of it, and see how they behave. And also that they can, if it gets too hot, that they can move to another place inside the nest. I don't know exactly why, but all my red runners have a very dark abdomen. They're alive and kicking, but I don't know. You just have a black butt. Nah. 33 viewers. Thank you guys for joining back. I know. How long has it been? Was it 4 weeks? I guess it was 4 weeks. Damn. Yeah, some of them stay on the heat mat and some of them go into the test tube, but the queen won't stay in there. They keep some of the eggs there also. Yeah, but the queen of a mess of Barbarous is just they're funny. They're weird. They move around a lot. They're panicky. Okay, let's see. Irritants. The Camponotus irritants. Guys, you're in the way. Come on. The irritants are actually doing really well. Very happy. You missed the news about the Ucophilia. The Ucophilia sadly died. And I did not buy a new one yet. The setup is not ready. So everything just went a little bit too fast. So I took a step back with the Ucophilia. I'm focusing on the leaf cutters at the moment and on my new Andrew. And after that, we're going to go back to some weaver setups. Ebola. Be a bit gentle. Do you have a bullet ant colony? Well, we have Texas bullet ants. That's the one you see behind with the white skull. Yeah, we need to get sugar water, but they kind of swarm the whole thing. As you can see. But they get the nest pretty clean. So I'm not going to do too much about that. But look at that brood pile, guys. What shall I feed my luscious Niger? If you don't have any nanitics net, nothing. Oh, crap. Okay. Apparently they have crossed the border. We have some escapees, guys. I wouldn't go there if I were you. One of the irritants has crawled onto the nest of the bullet ants. That's not a good plan, dude. Do you water all 4 corners? It depends on how wet the nest is, but mostly I do 3 corners, and I try to switch it around a little bit. But so that you have one dry corner. If it's already wet, then you do less. Is it irritant slower in the smaller nest than last time? I don't know what you mean by that. It's slower in the smaller nest. No, they're doing fine. It just looks less at the moment because they are all in the outworld. They're like food. There should still be one running around though. Two escaped, and I only captured one. So I don't know where the other one went. The little bugger. Probably gonna see him later. But if your Lasius Niger doesn't have nanitics yet, you don't have to do anything. As soon as you get your first nanitics, then go for a little bit of sugar water and a little bit of protein. Are they slower developing in a big nest? Nah, I wouldn't say so. I mean, I am not power feeding them. That's some. A lot of people think that I'm power feeding them, but I don't, because I don't need them to be triple this size. They're fine as is. Come on, guys. I would really love to have this drinker. Thank you. I am from the Netherlands. Okay. Let's give him some sugar water. Sugar water made by my mom. As you guys know, the mixture is quite simple. 1 tablespoon of sugar water, and then 3 tablespoons of hot water. There are a lot of ants taking a nap out there. So let's move to the next one. You wanted to see the swarm. The swarm. Okay, well, if we're gonna do the swarm, then I'm gonna finish we're first gonna feed the Texas bullet ants, because that's easier, and then I don't have to grab them again. So, people, for Texas bullet ants take live prey. They don't take pre-killed food. So I am going to give them a live red runner. They are going to hunt it and they are going to sting it. So if you don't like it, now is the time to leave. Okay. This time it is a male. Let's see if they are hungry today. They are behind the skull. And back left corner. Hello, Matthias. Ants sleep, but they do. Okay, they got her behind the skull. Ants sleep, but they sleep for a few minutes and then they walk on again. They don't need large amount of sleep like we do. Yeah, power naps. Okay, well, that red runner is done. Let me turn it around for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. Hello, Antics NATO. Hello, Ant Jumps. These are Neopanera filosa, Texas bullet ants. What is your job? I actually built these setups. How do you make the gypsum? That's a trade secret. My little brother wants to know, what is your most aggressive colony? Well, aggressive, that's the colony that's coming after this one. This colony that you're looking at now has the most dangerous sting. This thing actually hurts. How do you get money from this? Well, I have a little bit of income from YouTube, but mostly by selling the setups that the ants are in. So if you go to thecraftingant.com, that's my website, and there you can buy ant-related items. They didn't waste a lot of time. Do you gonna make a new gypsum nest? I'm constantly trying to make upgrades for nest. Have you ever been stung by these girls? Luckily, no. Why should I buy ants? For hobby. Well, nobody's forcing you to buy anything, so. Okay. So, as you can see, still eggs, still larvae, and still more cigars. So you only sell ant equipment and live out of it? Well, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I take care of my 2 kids. And then this is just a hobby that got out of control a little bit. Okay. The Mierenkweker. Good evening. Another Dutch guy, I guess. Hello, Dave. What's up? Oh. Okay. So, I'm going to take the bullet ants out of the way, and then we can look at our Carabera diversa, or Asian marauder ants. And as you can see, my mom was afraid that they would run out of water, but also was afraid to get the liquid feeders out of there. How was the vacation? Very good, very warm, almost too warm. So as you can see, one empty one, another empty one in the back, and this one is full. My mom just kept on adding more liquid feeders. So yeah, and they have been trying to build a freaking castle in between those last 2 feeders. So it was cool. Where did you go for vacation? I went to France for 3 weeks. So yeah, I still need to do a lot of cleaning. As you can see, there's a lot of dead workers here. This is normal. The small workers that you see only have a lifespan of 4 to 6 weeks. So this is to have this from 3 weeks. It's nothing strange. It's normal. A lot of people are like, oh, you have a lot of debt there. No, it's just a cycle of Carabera diversa. I do want to show you something else. Because I got a lot of questions. Why gypsum? Why white tongue? Why what to do with what species? Well, Carabera diversa actually can eat through white tongue. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we test. Okay, I see a lot of questions. At what temperature do you keep your Neraponera? I try to keep them around 25 degrees, but they can go a little bit warmer. Do you know what I can feed my Odontomachus manticolas? They don't eat, and I just have them for 2 days, but I still would like them to reproduce quick. Well, some of the ants take quite a time to adjust to the new setup, so don't rush it too much. I don't know the size of manticolas, but I had Odontomachus clarus, and they were pretty small. They really liked fruit flies. So you can get the fruit flies that don't fly, actually. And they really like to hunt them. Also, buffalo worms, like the small mealworms. I have a colony of Camponotus venatus and I spotted some white mites in their nests. Could these pose a threat to the colony? Well, then we need to see a picture, which is not possible here, but you can join our Discord. What you can also, you have to see the shape of the actual mites. A lot of my setup have mites, but a lot of them are like grain mites, and they don't do any harm. The real mites are the ones that actually cling onto the bodies of the ants, and those are actually a problem. But yeah, as you guys can see, they are chewing on the white tongue. This way, a nest was going to be disconnected anyway from this setup, but yeah, I'm curious how far they are going to get. As you can see, they already reached the 3D printed, but I'm going to leave it there just to see what they are going to do with the setup. Do you still use your heat pad this summer in 2025? Well, this room where I'm in is normally lower than 25 degrees. So the VIV's still heated up to 25 degrees. Well, inside the VIV. So, yeah. Okay, let's look at the other nests, because we all want to see those, of course. As you can see, brood. A lot of brood. I did find out that if you give them a lot of water, as diversa like, and you overflood the hydration chamber, then you get those white edges, and it's actually like I think it's calcium coming out of the gypsum. No, they don't need a new nest. They have a large nest, a small nest, and a medium nest, so they have room. Are the prints PLA or EBS? They are PLA, but not the standard PLA. What do they do with the white tongue material? Do they build something? Well, they try to build like sandcastles and stuff, but no, they're just trying to dig a way out. They just try to get out. That's their only focus, escape. And till now, they're failing. So that's good. because that means that I'm doing a good job. So this is the large nest, and as you guys know, we also still have a medium nest, and that nest is also still fully in use and doing really well. So then they cannot chew through. I think that this is the best test. Let them try. They should not be able to, but I mean, I think I've heard it before, and I agree. In the end, they can escape from everything. You can make it from stainless steel. In the end, give it years, but they can get through anything. It's the only matter is time, and they have a lot of time. Where is the queen? Always hiding. I saw her yesterday by pure luck, but she is always covered in workers. So you'll sometimes see her run from one chamber to the other, and then you're lucky. But I mean, there are a bunch of really large majors. I mean, that's a larvae for a large major. I saw another one just now. It's already covered again. I mean, look at the size of those majors. You can see 4 different sizes there in one shot. So yeah. Yeah, the colony is very healthy. At some point, I do need to give them. I want to give them a bigger outworld, a bigger hunting space. Hello, Tyrell. Okay, let's give them some food. I don't know why. I'm gonna turn the setup around. Maybe the glass is a bit cleaner on this side. Oh, that's actually better, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Let's let's grab a dubia for them. A dubia. Dubia. Guys, I have to say I'm really happy to be back doing a live stream, talking to you guys. And yeah, holiday is nice, but I really enjoy these streams. I'm also almost out of dubias, which is good. So I'll buy a new one. I can finally clean out the setup. So we got a smaller dubia. Let's see how they respond to that. Well, the question is, do I have Nikos? Yes, I have Nikos. Am I going to show him today? No. The Nikos, not today. But we're going to see a couple of other Camponotuses, so don't worry. Let's give him another. So they got 2 small ones. Oh, I did an oopsie. Apparently, they have also crossed the border. Nice. I put the lid down, but apparently they were on the lid. Escapees. Yeah, a few. As I said, they crossed the border. I have a couple on the table that I'm grabbing right now. By the way, guys, before I forget to tell you, tomorrow I'm going to start shipping again. So for everybody that ordered, thank you very much. I've been preparing a little bit yesterday and today. But tomorrow we're going to be back in full swing. And let's get those packages out of there. Oh, escapee. Yes, nice colony. Thank you. The mites are in a corner so far. I haven't spotted any mites on the... should I send a video in the Ant Help channel? Yes, that's a good idea. The Ant Help channel, guys, is inside the Discord. Link is in the description if you want to join. There's a lot of ant people there that can help you with all kinds of questions. Yeah. By the way, guys, as it said in the title, I need to plan a giveaway. I said I would do a giveaway at 2,500 followers, and we passed that when I was on my vacation, on my holiday. So yeah. Do you guys have any ideas? Because I was thinking of doing it like I did before. So that means doing a Wheel of Fortune during one of the live streams. So you have a couple of days to enter yourself into the competition. And then I do a couple of prizes. I reached out to a couple of shops to see if anybody else wants to join. By the way, guys, look at this. It's not called the swarm for nothing. Look. Hey, Mirtan. Do a 1 of 1. What do you mean a 1 of 1? A 1 of 1 feeder. I'm not going to give one prize. I always give more. Last time I did 3 prizes and 1 from the Ant Merchant. So I was thinking of doing 5 prizes this time. Another escapee. Okay. Little bugger. Oh. Yeah, I might do something special, but what do we want to do as a giveaway itself? I mean, last time I did 3 times 50 euros in shopping. Wait, what happened the last time I checked? They were like 1K, just a small colony. Whoa, they've been a little bit busy. Okay, I am going to grab another colony because we've been in here for 45 minutes and I have not fed a lot of colonies yet, so... Next up, split off from the Tetranators. Tetramorium bicarinatum. And how are they doing? Good. So, should we put a little bit of brood there? Yes, a little bit of brood there. Should we put some in the empty tube from the feeder? Yes. Should we put some in the feeding corridor? Well, why not? Should we make a ginormous mess in the outworld? Sure. So, yes, that's Tetramorium for you in like 2 seconds. Messy ants. Inbreeding ants. But I still like them. How many queens do you have? Who remembered it from the last time I counted? I don't remember. between 25 and 30. All colonies, because some have multiple queens. How many queens are in this colony? I'm not sure. At least it started with 2, but they can inbreed. So I don't know. 10. How many colonies do you have? Between 25 and 30 at the moment. Are there any colonies incoming? Yes, 1. Are there any colonies leaving? Maybe 2. And the rest, well, as I said before early in the stream, I'm going to change my ant room. Well, actually, it's the other way around. I am going to change my production room. So my ant room has to make room for the production room. Because, well, I'm growing at a quite steady pace. So I need to expand. My production room is too small. Hello, Gianni from Italy. Okay, guys. Are your sunglasses ready? Are your sunglasses ready? Then you already know what time it is. This is my daughter's setup. And of course, she wanted pink. So this is my daughter's Lazius niger. She captured them last year in the last nuptial flight of the year. And she feeds them on Wednesdays. I feed them on Sundays. You have received 6 special colonies. Damn. Yeah, Mirta. So we have to do a little bit of cleaning. The unicorn is has some company from a cricket that my mom killed, but not very well. So yeah, let's do a quick cleaning. So it's a small colony. And my daughter didn't want to put them in a test tube. So they got a nest right away. Dee. All honeypot species, they are still on the list. They are still on the list. On the list. Like so many on the list. I would love some honeypots. But again, guys, I need to change my ant room. It's going to take some time. And I'm going to show you something else in a second. When we get to the Lundys. So I get a lot of questions like, what is your favorite species? Well, now it's the time for you to answer it. What is your favorite species? Hello, Marco. The Metallicas, Atacephalotus. Grain mites, yeah, I thought so. So, acorn ants. Yours is Hypognathus venators. Okay, well, they're going to be after this one. Look how they made the chambers in there. You can also see some mites in here. They were already in the acorn. There's not much I can do about it. Tetramorium bicarinatum is your favorite species. Nice. The Atatexana sadly passed away. So we now only have Aquamurmax Lundy. Yep, time for some food. But I'll show the Lundys in a bit, and I have an epic idea for the Lundys. As I said, I need to change my office and production room. And the winners are going to be the Lundys. I can tell you that. Okay. They got new food. Probably this colony is going to leave us. I have a friend that would like to have these. And since we already have another colony, these are probably going to leave us. Okay. Synopsis. In a special setup. Okay, let's grab the harps. My mom made a mess of the setup, which is funny. She remember that we had the big rock, and I put a smaller rock under it. Well, she flipped it up. As you can see, there's still a live red runner in there. The harps have runners in their setup, and they can grab the red runners when they need them. Yeah, they're mites. So, as you can, we have a big larvae and cocoons. By the way, what you see running at the top here, that is not a grain mite. Those are, help me again, guys. What's the name again? I forgot. Springtails, yes. Springtails. And they actually help clean. And when you have springtails, you have less chance of grain mites. Of harps. Harps is one of the species. I won't say that harps is my favorite species, but it's definitely a species. If something would happen to this colony, I won't hesitate and buy a new colony. That's how beautiful I think these ants are. They're just something special. What are the prices of the GA? What do you mean GA? So, Camponotus Venator. The price of the giveaway, I don't know yet. I asked you guys, what do you think? What do you want? Okay, yeah, giveaway. Because I was thinking like that's gonna be the same as the last one, but 5 times 50 euros of shopping. Now, I'm not doing a giveaway of Colony because I cannot ship colonies around the world, but I can ship setups around the world. So I'd rather give away setups because then everybody has a fair chance. For you never to go on holiday again. Sorry, bro. Nah, I missed you too. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, Jens, last time I did 3 times 50 euro gift card. Leaf cutter setup. Well, with a gift card, you're halfway. I am going to add, because now it's only the full setup, but I'm also going to add the pots and stuff like that. A smiley tray, a liquid feeder, a jar drinker, and a gardening set. Yeah, go full throttle. Well, you can buy that easily with a 50 euro gift card. So guys, what do you think? Is it time for some good news? I think it's time for good news. I love good news. And the good news is our dear friends, the Renaissance, are doing epic. And I made a mess again. Never mind. Look at that. But okay, I'm going to do that another time. I need to do it a better way. So the better way is that I put them on the table, leave them for half an hour, and then start cleaning them. Because then they are not that active as they are now. I need to clean the table a little bit. Oh, man. I'm making a mess. How can you participate? The last time what I did is that you can respond to a video, put a comment under a video. Then I put all the names on a list, and I put the list inside a wheel of fortune, and then we can draw a couple of winners. That's how I did it the last time. And I kind of like the concept, but if you guys have something else that you think is better, then go for it. But spin the wheel for a giveaway. Yeah, we did that the last time. But guys, look at them. Woohoo! The Renaissance are back. And yes, we have elites. But look at that brood pile. And look at that eggs. They are doing great again. I'm so happy with that because I'm still... look at the video. I nearly killed my ant colony. Such... gives me shivers when I think about it again. Okay. Hungry ants, hungry ants. I gave them a red runner, which is decapitated, but it's still fighting. Typical red runner. A little bit of sugar water. Yeah, they're gonna need another red runner. What do you think? Right? Ah. Well, I don't see a lot of original ideas, so it's probably gonna be gift cards again then. Okay, I need to drink something. By the way, guys, thank you again all for joining. I know I left you guys for a little. So I don't think that I've seen all of you guys' answers yet. What is your favorite species? I saw Camponotus, Tetramorium. Camponotus Mesobarbarus as your favorite species. Damn. I should really grab my Mesobarbarus, shouldn't I? Okay, let's get the Mesobarbarus out. Yeah, the Lundys, I'll show them in a bit. Probably after the Mesobarbarus. So we actually have 2 Mesobarbarus, and these ones are actually testing our stacker. Holy crap, something bit my leg. Okay. So, yeah. As I said before, Mesobarbarus always running around. They're my favorite species because it's the only species. Only because I have them. But yeah, is that your only species? I would really love to take that back tube off because, well, it's just not pretty. So let's do that. Can I reach the packet of tubing? Because I do want to have a second tube on there. I was hoping that they would use the tube. So this is not a tube from the double drinker, but this is a bigger one. I am feeding them chia seeds. Why am I giving them an empty tube? Well, I'm hoping that they will use it as a seed storage. You have Camponotus nicobarensis and some Lasius niger, and then the Mesobarbarus. I would go for the barensis then. But then again, that's my preference. The queen is actually in the connector. Do you see her butt there? It's the only dark spot. Did you see chia seeds? Yes, chia seeds. Cheap, easy chia seeds. Okay, let's grab the next ones. Okay. So I am going to grab the Lundy. That means that we are going to say goodbye for now to our Carabera Diversa. So the Diversa is going to the front. So quick last look at the Diversa. And then the Lundys in the back. And yes, there is some news about the Lundys. Yeah, they make ant bread. That's true. Maybe later on with the bigger colony, we can see the actual ant bread. The Nicos only have one worker, so no action. Yeah, okay, I understand that. Okay, well, it's good night to the Diversa. And yes, guys, the Lundys have shrunken. The fungus is smaller than before because we had a heat wave and, well, my mom's diet. But they are doing great. As you can see, the fungus is really healthy. And as you can see, the bottom is a bit brownish. And then you have the white on top. This last centimeter, so from where the line is here, up to there, that's what they've built in the last 2 days. They are really going for it. So yeah, I'm happy. But as you can see, there's a lot of trash. And this is actually fungus that did not survive the heat wave. Because as you know, the pot was almost full and now it's half full again. But I am power feeding them because yeah, I want to give them a new setup. Because I'm going to show you guys something. No, it's not done. Because I got the question a lot. Do you sit still on your holiday? And I was like, no. What do you do on your holiday then? Well, sometimes I make more nests. So I know it's the wrong color, but it's just easy to grab. So as you can see, this is how you get a nest. So this is actually the connectors and the starlings. This is the top and the lid, and this is then the bottom piece. So this is this size, the one that we have here. And this is what I made on my holiday. So, yeah. Bigger fungus pod. It's going to be yay high. A bigger entrance for maintenance. But, yeah, this is going to be the large fungus pod. This is the largest wad. The largest one. I'm not going to make a bigger one than this because the fungus... then you need more pots. It's better for the fungus. It's 20 by 20 and it's gonna be around 20 high. And this is hydrated again, the same as the other one. So you have hydration port here. But normally when the ants use this bigger pot, they will be able to maintain the humidity themselves. Yeah, this one is going. I'm gonna finish this one this week, hopefully tomorrow. Then I'm going to ship it to Lynn, to Ninituru, because well, as you can see, my colony has the fungus is too small at the moment to give him a bigger pot. So Lynn is going to test it for me. Of course, I'm gonna make one for myself. But first, they need to fill up this whole pot before I can give them this one. So, yeah, it's going to be quite a step up. So this is 12 by 12, and this is 20 by 20. What are you feeding them? Today they had tomato leaves. You can see a little bit of tomato leaves left. I'm going to put the setup away. I saw that I just received another order for one of these pods. So this pod will be shipped in the coming days. Are you going to sell that? Yes, of course. But first, I need to test it. Nothing goes untested. What I also feed them is dried rose petals. Yes, these are actually tea leaves. You can get them from a lot of organic shops, and they just look very cool because a part of the fungus will be red for a little bit. And that's just, yeah, looks cool. I do hope that they now will leave the liquid feeder, because I would love to get the liquid feeder out of there. The thing is, if you give them these tea leaves, they are dried. So to keep the humidity up, I give them extra water in a liquid feeder. That's why the liquid feeder is in there. Yeah. Same as that, I'm making a larger fungus pod. I'm also, of course, making a larger outworld. No, you don't give leaf cutters protein. It's just leaves. Leaves and water. Hey, Xeno, yes, I'm back. You give them just the leaves. You can also give them vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, peas, stuff like that, but all organic. Jens, one of my latest videos is on this colony. There's a lot of information in there if you want to know more. They're starting to run with the leaves. It's one of the favorite things to see. Come on, guys. I want to get that feeder out of there. By the way, they are called the gardeners. The name was done by Ninituro. That's also going to test the new pod. Yeah, it's 100 days with leaf cutters. And a few days more. The first leaves are already in there. Okay, I'm gonna grab the water drink later. Okay, so this is the background. Let's grab some other colonies. Okay. Time for the biggest Camponotus that we have at the moment. Can you give them a tea bag? I'm not sure, but this is like the organic teas. Can you let me show you the bag? Yeah, not much to see. It's in Dutch, so it says rose petals, but it's a bag of tea. It's not much more I can say about it. It's a bag of tea. What leaf cutter species do you recommend? Well, I really like the Lundys, and they are pretty easy. So, Singularis. they have some eggs. Yeah, there they are. The humongous queen. And as you can see, a couple of workers, but we also lost 2 workers and a drone. Singularis majors are very big. Well, the colony is not big enough for that. I didn't know that they had majors, though. So, sadly, we have 2 dead workers. That's a drone over there, so that's fine. That one is still alive. They are masters of sitting still. To be honest, if you want an active species, don't get Singularis. At least, I mean, I'm at, what is it now? Like 15 workers. And they still, there's 1, maximum of 2 outside of the nest. Another drone. So we had 3 dead males. An Antkeeper, where are you from, by the way? If I might give you a suggestion, I got the Lundys from Ilias Insects. If you go to my Lundy video, his link is in the description. You can go to iliasinsects.com. I think they will be back in the spring. It's, yeah, like most ants, it's seasonal. So I think it's next spring that they are back again in stock. At the moment, he still has some cephalotus, I know. And Oxyspinosus. Hey, Lukey boy. So, yeah. So at the moment, Lundy won't be for sale in shops. Ah, cool. I really like Nikos. Active, fast growing, especially for a Camponotus. They're cool. You're also from the Netherlands. Well, Ilias is from Belgium, so. Okay, on to the next. You can look at some rose petals in there. So, time to look at our lateralis. Camponotus and lateralis. And they have a brood over there, and then a little bit over there, and then a ton over there, and then over there. Still a big debate. Is the nest too big or not? But they are still going. So I might connect the second one just to see what they want, but the heat cable is not working. Yeah, that's annoying. At the moment, I think you can keep them at room temperature. I mean, it's pretty hot now. No, this is just a wooden insert, Ebola. Gypsum, white tongue, wood, or mesh. But this is the wooden insert. Can you show the queen? Well, if you can find the queen. She looks a lot like her mages, so it's just quite hard to find. Yeah, I don't see her. She looks too much like our like her mages. Last time she was in this chamber, but actually might be her over there. That big gaster over there. It's hard to see, and I can't clip on the magnifying lens, so I'm sorry. Let's give him some sugar water. What is your favorite Camponotus species? Probably the Vagus. I really love the Vagus. She's just. I'll show the Vagus in a bit. The lateralis is one of the species that always quick in finding the sugar. What kind of normal food can you give them for protein despite of insects? Well, that's what they find in nature, insects, so that's what they use. Most other things that are sugars. For you, Camponotus fetching koi. Okay. Hey, Fuzz is alive. All good, Fuzz? You woke up from an unplanned nap. Okay. Oh. Good for you. I can definitely use one. Tomorrow it's back to my schedule. That's good. Ebola, Martin and Fuzz are moderators in the channel. So they can actually kick you if you're being too annoying. So watch out. Never say never. Panama. Well, Fuzz, half the size fungus. What? Guys, the messy Barbaras have cleaned up. By the way, if you want to see total chaos, run, Forrest, run. Where are we running? I don't know, but run. I really don't understand these species. But they made a nice pile of the trash, so let's see if I can scoop that up. Yeah, look better than it really is. Oh, we have an escapee. I repeat. My messes do the same. The queen runs out first. Yeah, normally she does. And they run into the liquid feeder. I think the queen is still in the nest. Should we see if we can get her out of there? It's actually getting pretty packed in there, so that's cool. Queen! Where's the queen? Queen! Is the queen in the bottom? No, the head is too big. I think the queen already went. Is that the queen? The barrier is still a challenge, Ebola. So at the moment, I'm still using a lot of talcum powder. Jens, are you still there? Yeah, really easy to move, that's true. Just looking if I could find some ant bread. I don't see any chunks of ant bread at the moment. Just look at the mayhem. Get out of the nest, there's light there. Get to the double drinker. There's not enough room. Stuff it in. Stuff it in. Yeah, I don't see any ant bread at the moment. Do you want to keep Mesocephalotus? Well, I ordered it, but then the guy got caught. So maybe someday if I get another chance, but it's not high on the list. Yeah, I should give them a new nest, but I also had an idea for a nest for these girls, but also not done yet. So much talk, not a lot of action. I know! Next up, Fuzz, you did not miss the rice fields. Now that's some brood. I just don't understand how can they produce so much brood? It's brood, 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 brood. Always brood. But there's always this amount of brood in here. It's one queen. Just gotta love them. Acorn ants, tetramorium. No, tetramorium. Oh, Temnophorax nilandri. Yeah. That was bad. I'm sorry. This is one of my older colonies. So, on to the next. 20 viewers. Thank you all. Don't forget, like and subscribe. The likes helps, the subscription helps. We're doing a giveaway really soon, so if you subscribe, you have more chance for the giveaway. So, our challenge, the Manica rubida. Well, the challenge is kind of already over because, as all of you guys know, I challenged Tuga ants. Tuga ants is no longer in the anting business. And his queen died a long time ago. Okay, this is driving me nuts. I am taking some of the cartons out of the box. Oh, okay. My chat isn't working on my phone again, so I have to see what is happening there. Temnophorax by Karen Adam. Yes. Lorvy, skip. Nice. What is the yellow water on the pipe? Yellow water on the pipe. On the leafcutter's pipe. Yeah, it's probably condensation from the fungus. There's not much you can do about it. It's like most is not developing. It is. There are constantly new workers and dead workers, so it is developing. Okay, so let's check out this nest. Are you ready for chaos again? Go! Oh, they always look so stupid running around. Manica rubida. European red ants. And yes, these girls can actually sting. Okay. They really like their sugar water though. Okay, I see that there's not a lot happening on the liquid feeder. These girls can really nibble, so that's nice. You had a colony with 400 workers. Nice. What, the Manica rubida are not easy to get. Yeah, it's European fire ants, yeah. I understand you need to get fire ants. Let's make them happy. Move out of the way, please. They love it when you give them water. Okay. On to the next colony. It's time for the bastards. And the bastards are being bastards. This time they are back in the nest. Yes, we are talking about the Scutularis. And they have taken some of the sand out of the nest again. And as you can see, we have quite a lot of brood. So yeah, that's good. Brood. There we go. But we also are going to need some brood because they had a die-off. But how am I supposed to get there? It's half full of sand. Of course they are in the tubes. Of course they are in the outworld. Can you get to the outworld? No, because they're on the lid again. They really are bastards. So what I'm going to try is prepare a smiley tray, put one in, grab one out. What do you think? Should it work? You have 5 solenopsis. Never enough. So these ants are also called Valentine's ants because of their heart-shaped gaster. Oh, there was still one on there. By the way, do you see the red Ebola? You remember the red? Yeah, scorpion ants. Yeah, they really are. Um, they are good nest testers because they are trying to get out on every corner. Oh, you missed that, by the way, Fuzz. The diversa are actually chewing through the white tongue in a small nest. The other two are gypsums, that's fine, but they are chewing through the white tongue. I will show you later on when we do the bicarionatum, the big setup. Okay, time for the next. We are actually flying through the setups now. Damn. Okay, next setup. So, I think this is one of the most beautiful Camponotus species. And this is Camponotus vagus. It's not a fast-growing colony. It's not a slow-growing colony. So, yeah. The queen is quite big. Yeah, she is. It's not singularis size, but definitely not small. By the way, guys, as you can see, all the ants are doing great. So I need to think of a good way to thank my mom, because she did a good job. Well, to be honest, my dad helped, but it was mostly my mom. What is the maximum? They can grow pretty big. Well, pretty big. I think a couple of thousand. Beam me up, Scotty. Hello, what's up? Hello, Phil. Just chilling. Need to go. Can we do a giveaway before? No, we really appreciate it. No, but this is not, the giveaway is not now yet. It's it will be announced in a video. So probably the video from next Friday, and then we do the giveaway a week later. You're a semi-new ant keeper. Well, welcome. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Join our Discord channel. A lot of ant keepers in there. If you have any questions, go for it. Ask a lot of ant people in here. Don't forget how to check out thecraftingant.com. That's my website where all these setups are for sale. Did we get them all? Yeah. It is just the tetras left. Just the tetranatus left, and then we can do a small round. So if anybody wants to see something double, let me know. I'm going to turn this setup around. You got to see the back though. I can't wait to make an epic setup for them. Just look how they build everything. Maybe this side better, yeah. It's so annoying that I can't show you the height, but I can explain it a little bit to you. So here it's about 4 centimeters high, but then this piece is like 5 centimeters high. So it's like mountainous terrain. It's so epic. Hibernation is coming, yeah. I don't have a lot of ants anymore that hibernate. Hello, Huntsman. But it's so cool because the height difference between there and there. Let's tilt you guys down a little bit. You can see it a little bit better. So this is the front, and then that is all the way in the back. But there's like 5 centimeters in height difference. But there's a hole over there, so it's like going up and down, and yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a bit in love with the leaf cutters, and I can't wait to make an epic setup for them. I got a small fridge so I can hibernate them. Yeah, I used a small fridge also with a temperature sensor in it. Need to check the control. In northern Colorado. Nice. Well, we ship worldwide. So that's all good. If you see anything you like, just go to thecraftingant.com. So is there anything you guys want to see again? Oh, Fuzz, should I show you the hole that I was talking about in the... Are you working alone on your store? Yes, it's my store and I'm the only employee, if that's what you mean. And time-wise, also, yes, well, I'm a house dad, and I do this next to it, try to make a living out of it. Greetings from Austria. I just found the channel. It's awesome. Just got my second species, Camponotus Arnoldinus. That's okay. I'm going to check that one out. I'm excited. She is beautiful. Well, guten Tag, meine Freund. And welcome. And yeah, be sure to join our Discord. There's a lot of information up there. If you have any questions, you can always ask it over there. You can comment on the videos. And every Sunday we do a live stream. So yeah, Fuzz, let's do a walk around. So for the people that don't know, let's zoom out. I started my ant channel in January 2024 by looking at a video from Ant Oliver, who sadly stopped ant keeping. And I saw a nest and thought, well, I can do that. So I started 3D. I already had a 3D printer. So then the journey started. And this is the result at the moment. So a lot of different setups. A lot of species that are testing all my all my setups. So first, the Carabera are actually eating the white tongue. They're already at the 3D printed. And come to think of it, I might need to put some plugs in there. I need to do that after the stream. I don't have any plugs available at the moment in hand reach, but I might need to put some plugs in there. And I also need to grab my phone so that I can see what you guys are typing. Okay. Getting that calcium, probably. Caroline, how is the stacker coming along? Well, this is a sad one. Because they started dumping everything in it. So this is the last species that I haven't showed you yet. This is a Tetromorium bicarinatum. I am doing a competition with Martin, and since we agreed on the competition, they had a major die-off. Mine and Martin's. So, yeah, not a lot of ants in there, a few in there. I gotta sneeze. Whoa, I was fast with the mic. Nice. So, yeah. You love these species, DC. Well, cool. Then you can actually follow them into the Tetra tunnel. And then you can actually go outside. So I have 2 vivariums that I made myself from IKEA cabinets. And the cabinet was getting too small. So this is actually on the outside of the cabinet. And this is their feeding area. And yeah, they still have some sugar water. Thank you, Carlene. So yeah, not doing too great. Not doing too bad, I guess. They're still brood and they're still coming up. Sir, do you have red invasive fire ants? No, I do not. They are not legal in the Netherlands because they are on the blacklist, so I don't have them. I do have fire ants, but they are European fire ants. Can you do Myrmica rubra? Yeah, I've been looking into those. I might need to get some. Okay, so let's do a quick walk around. So the Carabera diversa, the Renaissance, the Hapagnatus venators. Then we have a secret. Then we have the Lasius niger for my daughter. Another Tetromorium. Then we have the Lasius flavus, acorn ants, Formica fusca. The other stacker with the Mesobarbarus in there, those are actually doing pretty good. Then we have something and something. Mesobarbarus. Then our friends, the acorn ants. I need to get out of the light. Manica rubida. Whoa, the Scutularis are hungry. Whoa. Okay. Singularis in the back. Lateralis in the front. Sugar water almost gone. Neopanera filosa. The Vagus. Some secrets in the back. Irritants. So, yeah. So the actual idea that I have now is that this room is going to be the full production room. I'm not going to show you around because it's a ginormous mess. And that's one of the biggest problems. I need to make space for my printers, laser cutter, and stuff like that. So this is actually going to be my production room. And then I am going to make a man cave. An ant-man cave. I'm gonna make a video on that, of course, and I am going to make, I'm gonna make an epic setup for the Lundys. So it's gonna be my PC, probably my PC, both vivs on one side, one viv on one side, one viv on the other side. How is your second daughter's colony doing? Well, they didn't make it. My daughter wanted to help feed them, and that went sideways, and she actually accidentally crushed the gaster from the queen. So, yeah. Sad things happen. What is the easiest ant species to keep? That one in there, Lasius niger. Also one of the most boring ones. What's another easy species to keep? Tetramorum bicarinatum, but they tried to escape. So I would say I go for the Necobrances. Yeah, not very active. Well, they are active, but they're not hunters. They're gatherers. They're small. They're not polymorphic. Yeah. So if you go for Camponotus Necobrances, way better. Do you have Lichniperda? No. Lasius niger ain't boring. At sometimes you will get past the Lasius niger, I think. I still have them. I'm not gonna. Well, they're my daughters, but they're not going away. But yeah. Is that a special connection with the tube? What, this one? No, it's a tube connector, but then it's green. It's not TPU. You can choose a color. So normally it's in white. Normally you have the white one, but this is just in green. But this is not TPU, so this is solid. So it works for piping that I know that works. So my piping, my tubing, let's put it like that. Are there any other questions? Else I'm gonna sit down and flip the camera and look you guys in the face. Damn, I really need to get these guys a bigger outworld. Why do you have so many ants? Do you research them? Hobbyist? Zoo? No, I sell the setups. So the setups that they are in are made by me, and I sell them in my shop. Which colony will leave you at the next time? Probably the acorn ants and that one. So yeah. Where to buy a Lasius niger? All shops in Europe sell them. I do not have Lichniperda. I had them, but one I sold and the other one died. In the USA, I think you have a sister family from Niger. Lasius. Guys, help me out. What was the American variant of Lasius niger? Lasius. I don't remember. Neo Niger. Yeah, Neo Niger. Oh, it is. If you want to see a cool American YouTuber, check out Coal Ants. Ebola. Is that hard? Is the Neo Niger hard to get? Damn. Oh yeah, I did not know that. Nothing on the honeypot nest. No. I focus mainly on the leafcutter setups because I thought I needed it myself, but now the fungus has shrunk a lot, and I want to wait until I have my setup ready. Is it good to collect them from outside and keep them? During nuptial flights, sure. Um, I'm personally not a fan of digging them up. In USA, there are leaf cutters and honeypots and bullet ants. I mean, here in the Netherlands, it's boring. I have last year's Niger and new in the Temothorax and few Camponotuses. Last year's Niger is not worth getting them from Europe. Seriously, not worth it. You're welcome, Jens. Hope to see you again next week, and we'll talk on Discord. Those look like some towers of power, don't they? It's a pretty. It's not hate fallacious, Niger. I just think, for me personally, um, it's a good beginner species. Later on, you want to get some more challenging stuff, I think. Okay, turn around real quick for a little bit with the ants in the background. Thank you for the stream, of course, Ebola. Thank you for joining again. Gus, what time is it for you? 12, I guess? Something like that? 8 hours difference? Oh, no, that's 2 then. Hey, Bloxy. Well, you're just at the end. Do you collect other animals besides ants? No, I do not. 4 p.m. Ah, okay, that's okay. No, I don't have any other animals at the moment. We're looking at a dog, but no, nothing else. We have a bat flying outside, so that's epic. But nice. Do you want to keep a snake or a python? I don't want to sleep on the couch. So no spiders, snakes. I would love a scorpion, but no. Well, maybe I'll get one and keep it as our little secret. What do you think? Scorpion? Nah, for now, ants, and ants. It can be a secret. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, the scorpions are so epic. It's so sad that Sid hasn't streamed in such a long time, because he also had a really cool scorpion. Maybe someday I'll make something for that when I'm done with all the stuff for the ants. But I still have to do. I have a lot of things still to make for all the ants. So. Okay, cool. Where are you from, Bloxy? How many ants do you have in total now? Somewhere between 25 and 30 colonies at the moment. I'm not sure. Oh, you're from the UK. Okay, I was saying we hear it's not the right temperature. You have to count them individually. Yeah, right. Do you want me to count the colonies? I can do that. Okay, I can do that. The colonies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So yeah, 26 colonies at the moment. And one is leaving and one is coming. Yes, that is a Rust AK. No, I don't play airsoft. But you were not supposed to see that. Nah, it's a 3D printed fake gun. Which one is coming? A secret. But it's an epic secret. It's something that we can all enjoy, I guess. But yes, Fuzz, it's the Rust AK, of course. Bees and wasps. Well, it would be cool, but I live in the middle of a town, so for now, no. I would love to be a beekeeper. Your eyes don't lie. My front has bald-faced hornets in indoor enclosure. Oh, that's cool. I saw a video of a guy that had, I think it was a beehive inside his house. He actually made a module beehive. You're a beekeeper. Oh, that's cool. So I am going to a hex hive. Yeah, I am going to stop the stream. My kids have their first school day tomorrow, and I need to be up in the morning. So yeah, that's how I started the hobby, by 3D printing and then making my own hand stuff. So, what's your favorite species in Europe? It's always such a hard question. Acorn ants. Temnovarix Lundy. Guys and girls, don't forget, like and subscribe. Thank you for joining after a few weeks off. Don't forget, you can join the Discord. Check out the website. It's fully open again. I'm going to start shipping again tomorrow. The first packages are already ready. And the next one will go very soon. So thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time at the Crafting Ant.